Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 1965 Ford Mustang, the motor. Well, the owner called me up and he said he's not happy with the motor that he has. And it's a 65 block. Everything here is a 65, but the heads are from a 66. And they are not correct for a 65. Yeah, look at all the dirt on me. And they're not correct for a 65. This is one of the old ones. So this is the way he gives us the heads. This is actually a 66 head. It says it right there. And it's got the wrong rockers on it to be a 65. So this is a 66 head. This is a 65 head that we wired wheel. So it looked like this, except a lot greasier. We wire wheel it, get all the grease, get all the rust off of it, and then we put it in the sandblaster. And this is the 65 head that is going to be going on the 65 motor. So yeah, it's a lot of work. By the time we got the rockers off, got all the valves out, and the valves, all the stems were all mushroomed, so each one of them had to be knocked out with a hammer and a punch to get them through the guides, because they just would not come out. This is what you'll have after it's all wire wheeled. And when I say wire wheel, I am talking that. You put it on a drill, you have a wire wheel, and you sit there and you make lots and lots of dirt. This whole area was just cleaned before I started. This is also a wire wheel that we will use. And that is how you start it, because you have to get all this junk off of it. You can't run all of this through a sandblaster or it will ruin the sand and the sandblaster. So you have to do that. Now, after they're all sandblasted, they look like that. All nice and clean, ready to go to the machine shop. The machine shop will get it. He'll punch out the old valve guides. He'll put all new valve guides in, all 16. He'll replace them. He'll cut them to size so they fit the new valves nice. And then he'll set the whole head up. He will also, on the back side, let's roll this over, he will come in, and these are where your valves go into, and they sit on here. This is called the seat. He'll also cut those out, put new hardened steel seats in, lap the valves to make them fit the hardened steel seat. He'll first do an angle cut on these new seats to make them a multi-angle cut. And you can see, even on the old one, there's two angles on this seat. So yeah, this is a lot of work. And there you go, 289 65 head. That's the casting for the year 1965. A was January, E, I forget what it was, but yeah, that is what we are working with. And this is what, when we wrote them over, that's what they look like. There's your intake valve, there's your exhaust valve, there's the hole for your spark plug. And that's what these look like when you start. Then you clean them up and they end up looking like this. And then you take them and you sandblast them, they end up looking like this. And then we have a fully set of heads that are done here after they're all gone through. The surface is milled, and there's your nice new valves. All done. There's your spark plug hole. Look at the difference. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Set of heads. Because these are the correct heads for a 65. And you can tell because if you look here, that is where your push rod passes through. Right there is where your push rod passes through. Your valve sits on Your rocker sits on the valve like that. Your push rod passes through, and as the cam goes, it pushes it up, pushes on the rocker pushes down on the spring opens the valve, or the rocker opens the valve. And that's how they work. So we'll be taking all of that and putting them on that except for the rocker. And on a 65, if you look, see how they're just little slits? It's not a big, huge hole like on the 66 head. See how it's all just one big hole there? That's the difference, and that's what was bothering him. That they're, first of all, they're marked as a 66 289. Second of all, they didn't have the correct and proper slits, because this car is basically set up the way it came out of the factory. So there you go. Ford 289 heads. Nothing that Ford did is easy. Ford made everything twice as hard as it has to be. Have fun, guys. Talk to you soon. Yeah, collection of blocks and heads. 289 Ford, 65 and 66 stuff. Have fun. Okay, bye.